So first, I wish to welcome all of you to FAO and to the training workshop on safeguarding Salt Lake brine shrimp resources for aquaculture. My name is Yuan, Senior Fisheries Officer at Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. It is my honor and great pleasure to moderate this morning's event. And first, before we start our presentations, so we will have opening remarks. And first, I would like to invite Dr. Xinhua, Yuan, Deputy Director, Fisheries and Aquaculture Division, FAO. So, Dr. Yuan, so the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And good morning to everyone, especially for Professor Patrick Sotero, the chair of the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium, Dr. Philippe de Maeyer, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, the permanent secretary of Gender University in Belgium and the permanent secretary of the Royal Academy of Overseas Science, and the Professor Sui Liying, the Asian Regional Academia Reference Center, Tianjin University of Science and Technology, also the co-chair of the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium, Simon Wilkinson, the manager of information and networking from Network of Aquaculture Centers for Asia Pacific, and also the host of the IAAC, the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium. And the dear steering committee and advisory committee members, distinguished guests, experts, colleagues, and friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So it's an honor to welcome you all to this training workshop on safeguarding Salt Lake and brine shrimp, Artemia resources for aquaculture. And today, we gather together in the name of the nature aquatic organism, Artemia. I hope we all become Artemia. Artemia has served as a crucial livelihood for a variety of marine species, particularly in their early development stages. Its adaptability, high nutritional value, and easy of cultivation have made it a cornerstone of sustainable aquaculture practice. Over the years, Artemia has also been introduced as a human food and become a species for aquaculture. So this is in line with the mandate of FAO, a global knowledge center for agriculture and food, aiming to improve nutrition and fighting to end the hunger of the world. So if I put a little our memory, in 1980, FAO published a manual on Artemia production in salt pond in the Philippines. I think this is the first the guideline for Artemia production in salt ponds. And in 1996, with Professor Patrick, so they edited a new manual on the production and the use of live food for aquaculture and published as a FAO technical paper. And this year, in 2024, with the team also from the Artemia Reference Center, with the colleagues of Professor Patrick, again, FAO published the most updated manual on Artemia production and use. This is a FAO Fisheries and Aquaculture technical paper. So I think this was delayed some time. Basically, we already prepared several years ago. So FAO has been watching closely and collaborate the most famous institutes and partners in developing knowledge products on Artemia for the human benefits and the sustainable development of the sector, as well as the whole world. So FAO has facilitated it, and also we applaud of the establishment of the Artemia Reference Center with the Ghent University and the Asian Regional Artemia Reference Center with the Tianjin University of Science and Technology, and also the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium, which is now hosted by LACA, the network of aquaculture centers in Asia and the Pacific, to strengthen the stakeholders' involvement and international collaboration. In the 11th session of the Subcommittee on Aquaculture of the Committee of Fisheries, FAO appreciated the work on Artemia and supported FAO efforts to explore the development of technologies and the sustainable management of Artemia resources. And in the Global Conference on Aquaculture Millennium Plus 20, Artemia was selected as a pre-conference workshop with topic SDG-aligned Artemia Aquaculture. So I think these all significant events. We have been collaborated with many expertise and also very famous partners in the world. So within FAO, since the adoption of the 1995 Code of Conduct for Responsible Fisheries and the 2021 FAO Coffee Declaration for Sustainable Fisheries and Aquaculture, and now we are also following the new FAO strategy framework, better production, better nutrition, better environment, and a better life, leaving no one behind. FAO has published the Blue Transformation Roadmap and also the guideline for sustainable aquaculture, which has been adopted during the 36th session of COFI just in July, here in the headquarters of FAO. So this year, the SOFIA 2024, the State of World Fisheries and Aquaculture, has indicated that aquaculture has surpassed the supply of animal proteins from capture fisheries, which means aquaculture will be the only source for increased demand of aquatic food to satisfy the global increasing population. And the FAO will work together with all stakeholders for a more sustainable, resilient, and inclusive aquaculture development. And we do believe that the Artemia aquaculture will also be an important and a stronger sector with available resources, policy, investment, technology, and the skills know-how. Ladies and gentlemen, this training workshop will identify the challenges in Artemia resources and the production, the evaluation methodologies, sharing good practices in conservation and production, and exchange the most updated knowledge and innovations related to Artemia. Your participation in this event signifies a commitment of safeguarding these resources. By working together, we can ensure that Artemia continue to play an essential role in aquaculture development and food security while preserving the delicate balance of our natural ecosystem. I would like to thank you for taking a long journey into Rome and participating in this workshop. And I look forward to a productive discussion and collaboration efforts through this workshop. And I also wish you a successful workshop and enjoy your stay in Rome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Xinhua Yuan, for your inspiring words. And our next speaker is Dr. Philippe D. Maeyer, Permanent Secretary, Royal Academy of Overseas Science, ROS. Dr. Philippe, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, allow me perhaps to present to you the Royal Academy for Overseas Sciences. It's one of the 7 Belgian academies and the only federal one. And in 2029, the Academy will reach its 100th anniversary. So it's already an old institution. As indicated by the name, it's an international forum supporting science in and about overseas countries. It's a meeting place and a space of debate between scientists from North and South, West and East. It contributes to the promotion of research and the dissemination of knowledge concerning overseas countries. Overseas is to be understood as outside Europe, both in these countries and mainly then exchanges with Belgium. The Academy works in 3 classes: human sciences, natural and medical science, and then finally technical science. It counts 180 members plus the emeriti. If for several decades the activities of the Academy concentrated essentially on Africa, over recent years the Academy has diversified its focus of attention, and the Academy has gained a more worldwide character by forging bonds with a wide range of scientific organizations in Asia, Latin America and Africa, but also with international organizations such as UNESCO or ANSO, the Alliance of International Science Organizations, from which RAUS is one of the founding members, and today, for the first time, we are directly working also with the FAO. So in the framework of this partnership with ANSO, that was where the RAUS was one of the founding members, RAUS proposed to organize the present workshop around Artemia, and we asked one of our most prestigious members, Patrick Sorgeloos, to launch the idea by its partners. Finally, with the input of Patrick and other persons, we could bring together, let us say, an organizing committee, including the different organizations you will find on your leaflet. The main financial input comes from ANSO, the FAO, and the Royal Academy, and it's joined by scientific organizations as the network of aquaculture centers in Asia Pacific and the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium. The Academy published on regular basis proceedings, memoirs, and proceedings of conferences, and is awarding yearly academic prizes. So I propose that at the end of this 4 days workshop, we try to see if it's possible also to produce some notes, and we will discuss about that also with Patrick and the ones who are interested, notes that we can publish quickly, not really peer-reviewed papers, but the people that wants to produce a note, they can do it. We will bring it in the right format, making some, let us say, English corrections if needed, and then send it back, but it's not really peer-reviewed, because if we want to go to peer review, we have some conflicts, I am afraid, mainly in timing, and it's very important that we have some testimony of this meeting, that you can say, okay, there are notes, and you have also the film registration of the video registration of this activity of today. So as said already, we want and we wish to have a very successful meeting, and I hope you will all enjoy your stay here at FAO and in Rome. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Philippe, for your introduction to the program and your good words. And next, I would like to invite Simon Wilkinson from Network of Aquaculture Centers in Asia Pacific.
Distinguished colleagues and friends, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this international training workshop on safeguarding Salt Lake brine shrimp Artemia resources for aquaculture. First, I'd like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude to our co-organisers, the FAO and the Alliance of International Science Organisations and the Royal Academy of Overseas Sciences, whose collaboration and financial support have been essential in making this event possible. I'm particularly pleased that our organisations have come together to support this activity on salt lake ecosystems and Artemia resources. It's not hard to generate support for the Amazon rainforest or the Great Barrier Reef, but convincing people that salt lakes and small invertebrates are important is a little more challenging. So thank you for your vision and for stepping up. And important they are. Artemia are keystone species in some contexts, supporting wildlife such as migratory birds. As ecosystems, salt lakes often exist on a knife edge of viability. They are intrinsically vulnerable to human impacts, such as unmanaged water extraction, and it is quite likely that they will prove to be amongst the most sensitive ecosystems with respect to climate change, and we have lost several major salt lake systems already. Everyone here is aware of the critical role that Artemia play in underpinning hatchery production, particularly in high-value sectors of the aquaculture industry. They underpin a significant fraction of global aquaculture output, both in terms of value and volume. But the role they play in contributing to food production, economic output, and the livelihoods of millions of people around the world is not as widely recognised as it should be. With the majority of Artemia cyst supply still originating from wild sources, we need to do a better job of stewarding salt lake ecosystems and Artemia populations. As public water resources are inevitably multi-use, there will need to be significant emphasis on discussion and collaboration between stakeholders accessing the resource if they are to be effectively managed. Unfortunately, we have at least one wonderful example of such collaboration to learn from, that being the Great Salt Lake, which we'll be hearing about during the program. This training program brings together a multidisciplinary group of experts who will provide us with the latest information, unique experience and guidance on key issues. Over the coming days, we will discuss the current state of salt lakes and Artemia in different parts of the world, review strategies for assessment and management, and explore ways to safeguard Artemia resources. We will also be looking at sustainable harvesting practices, genetic diversity, conservation issues, research needs, international cooperation, and making some recommendations on all of the above that can be carried forward. So thank you for your participation, and I look forward to a productive and insightful program. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zhongxiu Wang from the ANSO Secretariat. I would first like to thank Professor Alisher and Professor Philippe de Maeyer for inviting us to participate in this training workshop series, and we are honored to be a sponsor for this program. And I would like to take this chance to give you a very brief introduction to ANSO and what we do. So I will share some slides with you. So the topic of my speech would be ANSO for a better world. And as we are all aware that the humanity is facing some severe common challenges, such as climate change, natural disasters, eco-environment issues, and resources shortages, food security problems, emerging and infectious diseases, such common challenges cannot be tackled by any single nation alone. So united actions towards science-based solutions are called to tackle these common challenges, and that is the background of the establishment of ANSO. So what is ANSO? We are established in 2018 with 37 founding members, the Chinese Academy of Sciences, the Royal Academy, as Professor de Maeyer has mentioned, and 35 other founding members, other scientific institutions and universities and international organizations from all over the world are our founding members. During the inauguration ceremony, Chinese President Xi Jinping extended a congratulatory letter confirming the significant role of ANSO, and we are non-government and non-profit. We are founded under the principles of and aim to contribute to green and sustainable development of the Belt and Road Initiative, and we aim to promote the shared development and advances of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We are a problem-driven and action-oriented organization. In the past 5 years, we have initiated and supported concrete programs and activities despite of the influence of the pandemic, including this training workshop. So how does ANSO work? The highest decision-making body of ANSO is its General Assembly. The General Assembly meeting is usually held every 2 years in principle, and here are the 3 photos of the 3 General Assemblies we have held. And the last one was held in 2023, November. And during that General Assembly meeting, a new governing board of ANSO was elected. The governing board is consisted of 9 member organizations, 1 president, 2 vice presidents, and 6 other governing board members. It usually meets once or twice a year to decide on the major issues of the development of ANSO. And here are some photos of the previous governing board meetings we had. The founding president organization of ANSO is the Chinese Academy of Sciences. And as I mentioned, by the end of last year, we have elected a new governing board. And it is the newly elected president organization is the National Science and Technology Development Agency from Thailand. Its president now serve as the ANSO president. And the 2 vice presidents newly elected are Chinese Academy of Sciences and Brazilian Academy of Sciences. And 6 other governing board members are national academies and institutes from Serbia, Turkey, Mongolia, Egypt, Senegal, and another international organization called COMSAT from with its headquarters in Pakistan. And Professor Maeyer has mentioned that Royal Academy for Overseas Science is a founding member of ANSO, and we really appreciated that. By the end of last year, the ANSO family has expanded from 37 founding members to 78 member organizations from 52 countries, and 8 of them are international organizations such as UNESCO, TWAS, etc. And our membership are covering all continents. And here are some of the major programs that we launched with the strong support from CAS. The first category is the scholarship. We have the degree program and non-degree program under this scholarship frame, which provide master and doctoral level degrees for students to pursue degrees in top SNT universities in China. And also we provide summer schools and science camps, such non-degree short-term opportunities for overseas students. And we have the fellowship program to support visiting scientists from Belt and Road countries and beyond, in particular ANSO member countries and organizations, to conduct short-term academic visits to CAS institutes and universities. And thirdly, we have the research fund project echoing the UN's International Decade of Sciences for Sustainable Development. We will support CAS and ANSO member co-design and co-fund projects and support SDG-related collaborative research projects initiated by CAS scientists and ANSO member scientists together. And fourthly, we have the conference and training workshops category, in which we will support selected international conferences and training workshops organized by ANSO members. For example, this workshop is one of the training workshops we selected in the past years. And we also have funding for scientists from ANSO members to represent ANSO in world-level international academic conferences. So these are the major categories of programs that we can support. And we refined these programs into 4 categories from this year on. And next, I will show you a few examples of what we have done with these tools in the past. The first example is this training workshop aiming to dealing with eco-environment and aquatic resources problems. And it is called Safeguarding Salt Lake Brine Shrimp Resources for Aquaculture. And it is led by Professor Maeyer from the Royal Academy of Overseas Sciences in collaboration with Belgium, Chinese, Chilean, USA scientists. And we are very honored to be a part of it. And we hope this training workshop to be a very successful one. And here are some other examples in supporting scientists from different countries to do research and training. For example, this one is aiming at assessing households' adaptive capacity to climate change in the diverse social, cultural, and geographical landscape of South Asia, and is led by Tribhuvan University from Nepal. And this is an example of food security related training. It's called ANSO CropWatch training, and it is aiming to transfer the advanced agricultural monitoring technologies, CropWatch, to the least developed countries and to like the African continents. And this project was also co-supported by with the United Nations CTAD. So it also receives high praise from these international organizations and the UN system. And here are an example of what we have done with public health. basically, ANSO has played an important role in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. We not only made some information sharing and donation, we also played a key role in facilitating the Chinese-developed recombinant protein vaccine together with Uzbekistani counterparts to make this vaccine on the market in both Uzbekistan and China, and it saved many lives. And here is an example related to clean water science and technology, and it is in collaboration with Kyrgyzstani scientists. I will not go into details. And this is what we do related to quality education by providing scholarships. As I mentioned in the past, we have launched the degree program. By now, in the past 5 years, we have supported around 2,040 awardees from more than 100 countries to pursue master level and PhD level studies in China, and higher attention were given to recommendations from the ANSO members. And from this year on, we have launched the non-degree program. And in this summer, the two universities, USDC and UCAS, have just finished their summer school research program. And we really appreciate that these programs will provide more opportunities and chance for students from all around the world to go to China and collaborate with Chinese scientists. We also aim to promote open science by launching the Visiting Fellowship Program. In the past 3 years, the program was majorly focused on mega science facilities, and 61 scholars from 25 countries have benefited from this program. And from this year on, the fellowship program is open to all fields. And we just released the results of the 2024 in July, that we will support 72 visiting scholars from 32 countries for the next year. And we will continue to launch this project in the years to come. So if any of you or your friends is interested in conducting research and connecting with Chinese scientists, you may take advantage of these fellowship programs. And as an organization, we surely play the role of a platform for communication by organizing conferences and workshops each year. Here is an example of a serious meeting called ANSO Online Meeting during the pandemic. And these meetings are high importance, are attached by our members to these meetings. And you can see that we cover a wide range of topics, from climate change, agriculture, fundamental science, green technology, to global health and women in STEM. And we continue to do this every year. So, and also we launched the conference and training workshops program this year. And if any of you are interested in co-organizing conferences with us, you may browse the information on our website. So that's a very brief introduction to ANSO and what we have done. And thank you for listening, and we wish this training a success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Wang, for your very much informative and wonderful presentation. So we thank ANSO for support this training workshop. And by that, I think we conclude our opening session.